Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, all the witnesses, for coming. Many of you have Michigan roots. In fact, I think that's the majority, and I want to put it on the record that this is not a result of a grand conspiracy between Mr. Camp and myself. You want to, shall I yield to you for a special word?
That's fine.
Mr. Camp and I join together in welcoming everybody, whether you're from Michigan or not. In announcing this hearing, Chairman Camp indicated that it would include an examination of, and I quote, the trade-offs that companies might be willing to make given current fiscal constraints, end quotes. I think most of us agree that a lower corporate rate is desirable, but, and I emphasize this, the trade-offs involved in getting there truly matter. We have learned in our prior hearings that businesses seem generally to agree that tax reform should be revenue neutral. The inevitable consequence of that would be a shifting of the burden of current level of taxation, and there would be winners and losers. We must now examine the true impact on domestic companies if we repealed important tax benefits that encourage investment and jobs in our country. Considering that we have spent the last 4 full committee hearings on tax reform, mostly at a 30,000-foot level, we welcome this opportunity to move beyond generalities and examine the benefits that companies would be willing to give up in order to achieve the goal laid out in the Republican budget of a top corporate and individual tax rate of 25%. We indeed need to carefully examine these issues so that we can reform our tax code and our corporate tax code in a way that encourages economic growth, investment, and job creation. With that in mind, I join my colleagues in looking forward to your testimony. If I might, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to add just a word. Mr. Neal, our colleague, was surely planning to be here, but he will not be because he's returned to his district because of the tornado that occurred there in western Massachusetts. If I might add on another personal note, the father of Allison Schwartz, who's been a member of this committee, passed away over the weekend. I think she'll be here today, and if so, I think you might want to give her a special hello and a special hug. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.